Welcome to the Cryptosphere. This is Cryptogenic coming at you. Today is Thursday, November 18th at 5:45 p.m. here in sunny California. In this video today, we're going to take a look at the crypto market. We're going to look at Bitcoin on the weekly and on the daily. Then we're going to look at XRP, BCH, and LTC to kind of get a sense of the market, where the market is going, and what we could expect for the rest of the week. And then we're going to look at one more currency. We're going to look at CRO. I've gotten a lot of interest in CRO, so we're going to take a look at the chart to see is it a buy for now. But before we get there, I want to draw your attention to a couple of my social media outlets. I want to encourage you to check me out on Facebook at the Cryptogenic One. Check me out on Twitter at the Cryptogenic One, and also on Instagram under the same handle, the Cryptogenic One. I'm working on becoming more present on those platforms, and if you would follow me there, that would be great. I would appreciate that a lot. All right, let's jump into this content, and as we do, remember, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say is financial advice. Keep that in mind. All right, we're looking at this weekly chart of Bitcoin. The first thing we see is this big, fat, thick, engulfing bearish candle that's not finished yet. This is a big fat weekly candle, and just kind of looking at from a percentage basis, we have dumped 15% basically this week. Seems unfortunate that, we worked so hard for 3 weeks to get up here and then it dumped again. So the question is, are we going down to 20,000 or 40,000 or 50,000? Like, where are we going? Well, you all know my method. I simply look at convergence and divergence between the RSI and the price action. And looking at the price, or looking at the RSI, if we just kind of come up here, I don't know what that is. We've broken down under the trend in the RSI, but this line here, we simply need to break bullish above that line. We simply need to break upward before we get to this line. Now, at this line is fine. Above this line is even better. Below this line is no good. And below this line is all bad. So I'm simply looking at the RSI, and all I'm seeing when I'm looking at the RSI is that we're still in the realm of making a higher low. As long as we keep making higher lows, we are fine, okay? Higher highs, higher lows, this RSI still looks bullish. Secondly, in the price action, we're still above the trend line here. We've got quite a ways to come down. We can come all the way down to 54,395 before we're flirting beneath the trend line, and we could even wick down to 52,000 and we would be fine. Everything above this line is bullish, and we have not broken down below that line, so I am not concerned. There's nothing to be concerned about, in my opinion, at this point. Secondly, looking at this daily chart, I drew these lines of support here, and we have support so far on the daily. We've got support right here at about 56,841, and the RSI has found support as well. Looking at this RSI, I got a line of support that goes back to September, and on the daily, it looks like we've broken far above that line. But here's what's encouraging when I look at the daily chart. When we were down here in the RSI, look at where we were in the price. So the RSI was here, the price was way down here. So it still tells me that the momentum is moving upward. So I think we're fine. I'm not concerned yet. If we were to break beneath this line down here in the RSI, that would be a concern. And if we were to break beneath this line here in the price, that would be a concern too. But coming back to retest some of these levels before we break out bullish is not a problem. The bull structure of the market is still intact. Taking a look at XRP, a similar scenario. XRP, however, is flirting with this line here in the RSI. So with BTC, we were way above that line. If you notice, that it would be analogous to this line here in the RSI on BTC. We're right at that line with XRP, so we're kind of flirting with disaster. If we broke beneath that line, this line here would be the final support. And if we broke beneath that line, I would expect us at least to come down and retest the bottom. Well, if we come down to test this line, I anticipate that at least we're coming back down to retest this line here. But if we break beneath 85 cents on the price, we're probably looking at a further extended time of consolidation before any of these upper targets even come into view. So I'm watching the RSI, and I'm hoping we get a break above this line here. I'm hoping that this line, that the support at this line holds. That's what I'm hoping for. As I'm looking for XRP, there's no guarantees, but that's what we're hoping for. MACDs are turning bearish, but that's temporary. That's fine. Looking at BCH, looks a lot the same as XRP, except we still have a chance of making a higher low in the RSI. If we break at this line here, it's still a higher low, but we could come all the way down to this line here, and we still would not be making a lower low. So yeah, we're just looking for the bounce. That's all I'm looking for, is the bounce in the RSI. Once again, I'm not concerned until we start breaking beneath those lines in the RSI. By the way, quick commercial: members of my Patreon, gold or above, get access to all of my charts, so they can click these charts themselves and look at them at any time they want, of every chart in the Cryptogenic portfolio, to see where we are. So they can click in here anytime they want to see where the RSI is, to see where the price action is. Of course, you can always draw your own charts. This is pretty easy stuff, but I do make that resource available. Also, I just did a members-only video today that's 42 minutes long, in which I went through every asset in the Cryptogenic portfolio, more than 30 assets, and did technical analysis on all of them to identify which assets have broken down and which ones are buyable right now. So that is all of my patrons have access to that. Gold and above have access to all of the charts. And my premium memberships are completely filled. LTC, looking at Litecoin, it looks slightly more bullish. It's looking more like Bitcoin, although we are kind of getting close to this line here. But this line is still the trend. So if we look at LTC, we've got this line, which is the broken level from here. And then we've got this line, which is the trend. And then we've got this line. Anything above that is a higher low. So we've still got multiple levels to break through before there's any trouble for LTC. Of course, we do have this engulfing bearish candle here, and we broke beneath the support there. And we're finding support right at this level of support here. So I'm hoping we don't break beneath that. Once again, simply looking for support in the RSI. But we've got plenty of room if we look at the trend. Even if we understand the trend way up here, like even if we pull the trend way up here, which is probably better anyway, we're still way above the trend, and plenty of room. Even if it came all the way back and retested the trend, we're still bullish. So there's nothing to worry about there. So, this is really my sentiment with most assets in the market and the bull structure of the market itself, that it's not broken. There are a few assets that have broken down and that I am expecting continued consolidation from. One of them is ADA. I'll tell you that. I think we're going to ADA is probably going to visit a couple of lower levels of support and consolidate for at least a few more weeks to a couple more months before it breaks out again. I could be wrong, but that's my opinion. But I want to look at CRO. I made this video because I don't want you to fret. Okay, I made this video because I don't want you to fret. Everything that I make, all of my resources are designed to help you sleep in peace, wake in joy, walk in love. I say that in every video. I don't want you to fret. Worst case scenario is delay, but a delay is not a denial. Okay, worst case scenario with these assets is that we're simply delayed momentarily, but I'm not even worried about that yet. I'm still seeing that the bull structure of this market is intact, okay? Actually, LTC looks even better than BTC because it's not even at the trend, and BTC has broken beneath the trend, not broken beneath support. But anyway, let's take a look at CRO. There's been a lot of interest. A lot of people have asked me about CRO. Here's what I see with CRO. I think that it could make its way up to $1.88 before it goes into correction, which is 272% from where it is, which is great. But what I see is that this is the weekly chart, and we're way over. We're in the realm of being overbought. So when the RSI starts to correct, it doesn't mean that the price crashes immediately. There could still be 6 weeks, 8 weeks before the price starts to correct. So we could see, even if this tops out and comes down, breaks beneath this line, and we start making lower highs, there's still a lag. There's still a period. I mean, notice over here we topped out. We came all the way down. Oh, no, it wasn't this chart I was looking at that was doing that. But we could still see, we could still come up, and what I see is probably the whole suite indicator will come up and break above this line as the price action reaches for this target. CRO is not a buy for me right now, not on a technical basis. I mean, it could be a fundamentals buy because, you know, that's a big thing. The branding of the Staples Center is now Crypto.com Arena, which is great. I think that's awesome for crypto. That's big. So from a fundamentals perspective, it seems like the asset's strong. But from a technical perspective, my rule is I only buy assets that show me 10x or better within its present cycle. I just don't see that at Crypto.com with CRO. I don't see that, although I could be wrong. But that's just what I see. The chart just doesn't show it to me. All right, that's all I got for you tonight, folks. Hope this helps. Remember to make every effort to sleep in peace, wake in joy, walk in love. Also, do me a favor and smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and leave me a comment letting me know what you think of the content I provided for you tonight. With that being said, this is Cryptogenic signing out.